You think you can sit there and say shit about us just 'cause our governor's banging Iggsy's mum? Yeah, I remember that line from the first movie. God, yeah. To think of all the pleasant surprises, one of my favorite films from 2015 was Kingsman: The Secret Service, because it was that weird film. I saw the trailers and I thought, wow, this is like James Bond, except, it looks like it's gonna be also, like it looks cool, some of the action, plus Colin Firth is in it, this new kid, whatever. I mean, just the cast overall for Kingsman. Yeah. Could have started off with another iconic Kingsman quote, but I chose not to. Why? Because I'm an idiot. But we have our special look here at The Kingsman, the prequel. And just so you guys know, um, Kingsman: The Secret. I love Kingsman: The Secret Service. It was one of the best surprises of the year. Really good movie that was sadly mistreated. I get the whole point of like, people saying it's style and no substance. The thing is, I have seen so many British filmmakers get treated like that. So like Tony Scott, Matthew Vaughn, Edgar Wright, and Guy Ritchie. They're all like, oh yeah, their films are style over substance. But for me, they're the good style over substance. Just to show you an example, Tony Scott's filmography. Tony Scott, practically all of his films are good, except for The Fan. That one I'm in a love-hate relationship with. But it's visually it's great. But compared to like, yeah, yeah. Tony Scott actually, I don't think he fired back, but he said it's my own style. But yeah, like The Hunger, Top Gun, which is essentially what made him big, Beverly Hills Cop 2, Revenge, Days of Thunder, The Last Boy Scout, True Romance, Crimson Tide, The Fan, Enemy of the State, Spy Game, Man on Fire, Domino, Deja Vu, Pelham 123, and his last film was Unstoppable before he sadly passed away. You know, but Unstoppable was a great film, you know. But the thing is, people complain about the hit and run style of editing, and people say that about Tony Scott. The difference between certain filmmakers who do it, like Michael Bay versus Tony Scott, is that Tony Scott isn't stupid. Tony Scott actually cares about his audience, and he does it. He does the hit and run style with like the snap zooms and the flashes, like the hand cranks. He does it in a way that's not insulting. And that's why Tony Scott is one of my favorite filmmakers. In fact, I like Tony Scott better than Ridley Scott. That's just me. Another director, it's Edgar Wright, which some people, I understand, maybe Scott Pilgrim movie was not like the comics at all, but yeah, not everything has to be like that. Edgar Wright, but Edgar Wright, great director. Same thing with Guy Ritchie, another great filmmaker. Very talented. I really enjoyed his newest movie, Wrath of Man. Freaking great, honestly. A really great film, by the way. That also got bashed by everyone. But yeah, like the only film I think that Guy Ritchie has made that was horrible, like truly bad, was Swept Away. And then when you go to Matthew Vaughn, um, yeah, Matthew Vaughn. Here it is. He's a great filmmaker as well. Like, look at all the films he's done, from like Layer Cake to Stardust to Kick Ass, and then X Men First Class. And I really wish I could have seen his version of like X Men Days of Future Past. It could have been better than the version we got, but hey, I don't make the rules here. My mom was talking in the background. You could just ignore it. But yeah. Oh, here's what's weird. Generally, who praise and its dark humor, though some violent and sexual scenes were critiqued. I remember people complaining about the end of the first Kingsman movie, saying it was too over the top. That's the whole point of the movie. But the thing is, it was the right type of ridiculousness. with Kingsman: The Secret Service. It was smart compared to the Golden Circle, which was all over the place, and there was too much going on in the Golden Circle. I really wanted to like that movie, but it was just not as good, sadly. But The Kingsman, I'm excited for it, and I mean, given the numerous delays it's had, it was supposed to come out on February of 2020. Then Paramount shifted Sonic to there, and then it was like, okay, we got to shift it to September, and no, we got to do it to this and that, and just the whole gun place. My mom doesn't even know I'm recording. This is why I should probably just warn her every time. But yeah, it is finally coming out. I think. The King's Man. All right. And it's a prequel movie, and I think they are going to make um a Kingsman 3. I think they're just wanting to release this first, then there's going to be a Kingsman 3, and I think there's going to be a spin-off um for Kingsman. But yeah, uh releasing December 22nd, 2021. So there's going to be a lot on Christmas. Okay, here it is. It was originally scheduled to be released on November 15th, but was pushed back to Valentine's Day 2020, then to September 18th, 2020. The release date was again pushed back to February 26th of this year, following the delay of Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 4 films. The Kingsman was moved up 2 weeks to February 12th, before being moved again on March 12th, 2021, and January 2021. It was then delayed to August, and now it's at Christmas. So I'm going to look at the delays. November 15th, 2019, Valentine's Day 2020, September 18th, 2020, February 26th, 2020, February 12th, 2021, I meant 2021, March 12th, 2021, August 20th, 2021, December 22nd, 2021. That's 8 delays. God, yeah. And obviously because of the pandemic, it affected a lot of that. You know, man, I think Black Widow had 4 delays compared to the. Just thinking about it, I am hoping this movie is good though, to the point where it's like maybe the wait is worth it, and that I can see this in a theater. All right, so here it is. Um, the original series, which is Kingsman, Secret Service, and Golden Circle. Matthew Vaughn is working on pre-production. The third one is essentially going to be titled The Blue Blood, and I think they are going to start filming it by next year. And then there's also going to be a spin-off on Statesman, which was the American counterpart that was introduced in the Golden Circle. You know, so yeah, after so many delays, it's finally coming out, and it looks good from what I've seen. Like I said, I like British filmmakers more than American filmmakers when I think about it, because when British filmmakers do style over substance, it's the right type of style over substance. But, yay. Alright, The Kingsman Legacy Special Look. I don't know if this is a trailer or if it's a. There've been like 4 trailers to this. There've been like 3 trailers prior to this, and now this is the 4th one. Jeez, oh my god.
I'm offering you the opportunity to become a Kingsman agent. Like a spy. Of sorts.
Harry?
Since 1849, Kingsman tailors have clothed the world's most powerful individuals. By 1919, a great number of them have the desire to preserve peace and protect life. Our founders realized that they could channel wealth and influence for the greater good. And so began an independent intelligence agency operating at the highest level of discretion. The Kingsman Agency.
Welcome to the club.
Tim Arterton.
This movie really is an origin story. This is the foundation of the Kingsman franchise.
Manners?
Maketh.
Man.
Spectacular, eh? Oh, yes. Very nice.
We see in this film the formation of the Kingsmen. Get to the lift. The style is very Matthew Vaughn.
Most
Matthew is an amazing storyteller, and he's written something quite powerful.
At the centre of this particular Kingsman film is the First World War, but it still has its recognisable Kingsman element.
Forget your manners.
Oh,
It's got a tailor shop. It's got complicated fight sequences.
there's
Tom
gadgetry
Hollander.
of humour.
Wait, hold on. I saw Flash.
It's got complicated fight sequences.
There's gadgetry of humour and action and fantastical villains.
It's time to pour fuel on the fire.
Armed and ready. We shall see.
Welcome.
Why is it that boys are always so messy?
Don't ask.
You're going to need a suit. Come on.
All right, it's rated R. Thank God. I mean, it's obviously going to be rated R because, a lot of Matthew Vaughn's films, save for like Stardust and X-Men First Class, are like rated R. Layer Cake was essentially the movie that was like Daniel Craig's audition to become James Bond. All right, hold on. I mean, the visuals look great enough. Oh, they're showing all the other ones. Yeah, now available. I think you got to get them in 4K. But damn, I mean, like I said, I loved the first movie. Second one, not so much. I am hoping the prequel movie goes back to what made the first movie great because, like I said, it's like the Golden Circle. It went over the top in certain areas, but it was like to that point where it was like, okay, fine, yeah. Also, I feel like bringing back Harry in their way of doing it. I don't know. I was certainly mixed. I hope that like Matthew Vaughn has learned from his mistakes on the first one, from the second one to kind of like improve. All right, but like he's like the main writer, director, producer, the co-writer, Gad Carl Gadusik. Carl Gadusik is an American screenwriter. It says Gadusik. Maybe his parents or something. All right. Um. Oh, he was the showrunner for the first season of Stranger Things. All right. So let's see what else he's done here. A playwright. That's interesting. He also co-wrote the screenplay to Oblivion, and The November Man. The November Man was pretty good in my opinion. It was like an R-rated James Bond movie sort. And also interesting is look who's in the movie. Um, it The November Man also stars Olga Kurylenko. I love Olga Kurylenko. She's a really talented actress and a very beautiful woman as well. You know, Also the only one in the new Bond movies that's not slept with Bond. But yeah, composers Matthew Marchson and Dominic Lewis. Matthew Marchson, I remember, did some additional music on the first two films, and so he's like, yeah, and also Dominic Lewis, the cinematographer. This is interesting to me. Ben Davis. Um, he's actually worked with Matthew Vaughn three times before on Layer Cake, Stardust, and Kick Ass. And he is, I think, the original DP for X-Men First Class, but then he left the movie. And then it was Ben Sarazin, and then they switched to John Matheson. And he shot Ben Davis has actually shot the most films of the MCU. He's like shot 5 films from like Guardians of the Galaxy, Age of Ultron, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, and now Eternals as well. Also shot 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri, and 7 Psychopaths. That's awesome there. I keep getting notifications. Damn it, YouTube. Let me do my work. Okay, I got a notification for other things. Yeah, I had a Movies Anywhere page open up. The cast looks really good. Ray Fiennes, Gemma Arterton, Riz Ifans is the villain. Riz Ifans is a pretty good actor. Do I do I remember him from anything? Yeah, the Lizard in The Amazing Spider-Man. Bad movie, by the way. What was he in? Uh, Trying to remember what movies he was in. Elizabeth the Golden Age. Nanny McPhee and The Big Bang. Oh yeah, that's the sequel to the first Nanny McPhee movie. The first Harry Potter, the part one of Harry Potter Deathly Hallows. 5 year engagement, and now he's the villain. And you've got like I said, a really past cast in here. Matthew Good, I love that guy. He's a pretty underrated actor. Tom Hollander, Harris Dickinson. Do I know him from anything? Because he almost looked like the kid from. He almost looked like the guy from The Kid Would Be King. Daniel Bruhl, love that guy. Jimon Hansu, obviously. Charles Dance is in this. That's awesome. And Aaron Taylor Johnson. And you got a whole extended cast list, including like Stanley Tucci's in the movie. So that's awesome. Uh, Everyone who doesn't love Stanley Tucci. The film's initial cinematographer Ben Davis had a part doing. Yeah, the interesting about it is I think this movie was shot using the same lenses that were used on The Mandalorian. I read the article from the British cinematographer. Uh, Harris Dickinson. What was he in? I know him from something. Okay, so he was in Maleficent, Mistress of Evil as the prince, as Prince Philip, and he was also in Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance. Dark, by the way. I mean, it is Dark Crystal, for Christ's sake. Yeah, this looks good. I'm hoping it's good. December 22nd, you know. And I think by that point, by Christmas time, I'm going to be fully comfortable with going inside of a movie theater. I mean, I might still be. I'm not really going to go to a movie theater till the end of the year, till I get vaccinated. Yeah, so much for my plans of seeing Black Widow in theaters. God, I'll have to do Disney Plus. Let's see, 2021 in film. Just a quick catch up here on the movies. 2021 films. List of American films, I think, because I have to put American films. All right, let's see what we've got here. Comes out in December, so I think yeah, because December is usually all right. Let's see for like October, November, and December. See, that's Many Saints of Newark, No Time to Die, Dune, French Dispatch. All right, okay, we're getting Nightmare Alley, West Side Story, um, A Journal for Jordan. Oh, a new Denzel Washington. I did not know that. Spider-Man: No Way Home, the Matrix 4, Sing 2, and the Kingsman. So it's coming out in like a pretty big competition here, you know. And Serrano, which is the new film from Joe Wright. So yeah, that's I'm gonna leave it at that. I've got one more video to record. I'll leave a link to the original video down below as well as a link to my Instagram. Let me know if you're excited for The Kingsman. Thank you as always for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you do subscribe, hit that bell to stay notified about every new video that comes out. So that's it, everyone. And manners maketh man.